everyone. Welcome back to part two and the finale of our series, Lock in Your 2025 Goals series. If you haven't watched part one, click, I think it should be somewhere above, but do well to watch part one of the series. The part one talks about the 2024 reflection, how to properly reflect on the just concluded year or season or period of your life, how to properly reflect. And in this part two, we'll be talking about goal setting, how to set your vision board, and not just setting the vision board, but how to achieve everything on that vision board. See, in your past vision board, whether you only achieved one or you achieved some and you didn't achieve some, you are capable of achieving everything on that vision board. So we'll talk about how to properly achieve everything on your vision board, and also avoid what you avoid in goal setting. So do well to stick around till the end. Till the end. If you are a new subscriber here, congratulations, you just found another family. Welcome, 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 welcome. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you will always see the new info that is coming in here. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming to listen to another episode of this little girl yapping. It means a lot to me. So, just a quick introduction. My name is Dr. Biola, and this is Dr. B Academy, your safe space for financial and personal development. Yep, and we are a family here. Yeah. So, I have my laptop here. I'll be looking at to go through some of the points here and a little piece of paper. So, without much delay, let's get right into business, into serious business for 2025. Okay, so the first thing we'll talk about is how to set your vision board. And I have like four things listed out here. The first is clarify your goals and intention. Clarify your goals and intention. In order to clarify those goals, you need to properly reflect on the previous years, the previous season, the previous tenure. Just have a good time of reflection, a good time of reflection. And in this reflection, remember there are things that we reflect on, which was talked about in the previous video. If you haven't seen it, you can go back and just have a quick look there. And the next is in this clarifying your goals is that you need to write those goals out. You need to write those goals out as you're clarifying them. Write it out. I'm a church girl, and even the Bible says something about your goals. It said, write it out, write the vision out, make it plain. So write it out and make it plain. Then for setting your vision board, you need to also visualize those goals. That is point number two. Visualize those goals. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Where do you see yourself in the next 10 years? Where do you see yourself in the next 1 year? As the case may be, depending on the vision board that you're setting. If you're setting a 5 years vision board, or a 3 year vision board, or a 10 year vision board, or a year vision board, whatever the case may be, you have to visualize yourself at the end of that period. What do you think you have been able to achieve by then? And then that will give you the starting point of writing out this vision, writing out this vision and writing out your goals. The next one here is gather your materials. Gather your materials. When you are creating a vision board, you want it to be pretty, you want it to match your aesthetic. If you are doing the traditional style of cutting out the cardboard or and pasting the pictures, good. If you want to go digital, good. go with any way you want. Gather this material. You can use Canva, you can use Pinterest, you can use Google Image to search for pictures that best match your aesthetic. And the last part, which is the most important part in this vision board, and which will help you not to forget your vision. Because most times we just say, "Oh, new year, new me, and new year resolution." Yeah, that's what they call New Year resolution. And before January end, we have forgotten the New Year resolution we have made because we just wrote it somewhere and closed the book permanently. So now we are going to make our mind and our brain always remember that vision that we have written out, those goals that we have written out. And the easiest way to do that is by placing your goals in a visible place where you always enter and where you can always see. So this 2024, my vision board, I printed it out and I pasted it in my room on my wall. I pasted it there. So I'm waking up in my room, I'm seeing the vision board. I'm going to sleep, I'm seeing the vision board. I'm walking inside my room, I'm seeing the vision board. I'm leaving my room, I'm seeing the vision board. So it was always a reminder that I need to start getting things done. So when you put this your vision board in a visible place, you're reminding your brain that we need to get to work. 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 So put it in a visible place to always serve as a reminder. Okay, so the next now is, how do we actually set those goals? How do we actually go about setting these goals? After we have visualized, we have written down, how do we actually start? But how do we even actually start writing and know that what you are writing is making sense? So there are many ways to go about setting your vision board. There are many ways to go about setting your vision board. And the most important method, I'm not really saying most important, but my favorite method that I use is the SMART criteria. The SMART criteria, SMART, which stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. I'll be looking at it now. So we'll start with the first one, S, which means specific. Now, your goals have to be specific. It should clearly define what you want to achieve, and it should also have its own purpose. Okay, it shouldn't be vague. It shouldn't be vague. It should define your goals and give your goal a purpose. Let's take two example. The first, I want to save. I want to save money. I want to save. That's a good goal, but that goal is not specific. It's not specific. It's not stating it's not defining the amount of money you want to save or defining the purpose of your savings. So that goal is not specific. So you need to make that goal specific. So you can say, oh, I want to save X, Y, and Z amount for an exam, or I want to save X, Y, and Z amount to purchase a car, or I want to save X, Y, and Z amount to start building my emergency funds. So you are giving that goal a purpose and you are making it clear and specific. The next one is measurable, which is M, measurable. Your goal should be you should be able to track the progress of your goals over time and know when you have achieved those goals. Okay, so your goals should be measurable. You should be able to track those goals. So we have an example here. I want to be fit. That is a good goal. I want to be fit, but I want to be fit. Fit in itself is only relevant within a context, within content, context. Fit is relevant within a context. So I want to be fit can is it is a vague word. What do you mean by fit? It's vague. But when you say I want to lose 10 pounds in 3 months by exercising 4 times daily and following so and so diet regime, that is that is what we're talking about. You have measured those goals. So, I want to lose 10 pounds in 3 months. by exercising 4 times daily, clearly defining how you're going to achieve that goal, by exercising 4 times daily and following this particular diet. So with that, you can be able to measure that goals and know if you've been able to achieve it. If the 3 months reach, you haven't lost the 10 pounds, you know you need to go back and reflect on what happened that you didn't lose the 10 pounds. Okay. So doing that will help you make put the word fit within a context. So the next one is achievable. Your goal should be achievable. It should be achievable. You can achieve anything, and sometimes you feel like the Lulu is the Solulu. The Lulu sometimes is not the Solulu. The Lulu is not the Solulu sometimes. Sometimes you don't need to be delusional, you need to be realistic. Okay? And when setting your goals, we can listen to this motivational quote and be like, yes, you can achieve anything. If you set your mind on it, you can do it. Yes, but within a time frame, you need to work with your resources and be realistic when setting that goal. Be realistic when setting any goal you want to set. That doesn't mean that you should set mediocre goals. Goals that you feel like, oh, whether I'm sleeping or not, I can still achieve those goals. No, set goals that will challenge you to step out of your comfort zone. Set goals that will motivate you to do something that ordinary you don't really do. That is the main point of setting goals. Not setting goals that will make you continue living in the Lulu land. So let's see an example here. I want to save, or I will save $100 million to buy a house in Miami. I will save $100 million to buy a house in Miami. And now that is the goal someone said. But the issue with that goal is that the person lives on a 20,000 naira salary. The person don't have any other source of income apart from that 20,000 naira salary. And the person is setting a goal of, I will buy a $100 million house on or before December 17th in Miami, Florida. It's Miami, Florida. Oh, but in Miami. In Miami. But the person is living on a 20,000 naira salary. The only source of income coming to the person is 20,000 naira. How will the person save that amount if the person is not being delusional? How will the person save that amount? So your goal should be achievable. Your vision board is individual specific. That is, it is just for you and it is tailored for you and your needs. And it's not what you just see other people achieving. You don't know their situation, you don't know their goals in life or their endpoints in life. So you can't go ahead and just copy someone's goal when it's not really aligning with your current situation. It will make that goal look a bit difficult to achieve. So your goal should be realistic and should be based on your current abilities. The next one is R, relevant. Relevant. Your goal should align with your overall vision. Just like what I said earlier about you not going to copy someone's goal. You can't set a goal because you are seeing your friend setting that goal or because your friend is doing it. It has to align with your blueprint, with what you want to achieve overall at the end of the season. That's what your vision board should really, really focus on. It should be relevant to you and you alone. You can't say, oh, I want to learn how to make hair because my best friend can make hair. It's not as if you want to learn how to make it because you just want to have that skill. That is a different case. But you just want to learn it because someone else is. It should be relevant to you. Okay, and the next one here is T, which is time bound. Time bound. Your vision board should be time bound. You should have a time frame, a deadline for achieving that goal. So you can say, oh, by so day I would have achieved this particular goal. Okay, doing that and creating a deadline will give you a sense of urgency, which most times we need We need a sense of urgency to get the work done. Okay, let's take a basic um, real life experience. Most students sometimes don't read. You know that kind of thing. Say, oh, I will start reading at the beginning of the semester. Once any lecturer enter the class, as he's leaving, I'm opening my book and reading what he has taught me. Once I read the hostel, I will review everything that I've. Some people do that, but some people will just say it and they don't do it because to them they don't have a sense of urgency to do that. But when you see the exam timetable, ha, you have not read since, but you see that exam timetable. Hey, exam is starting so day. You see them because that urgency have been created. They now have a time frame they are working with. Ah, I need to read this particular course because we have an exam so day. The urgency have been created. So sometimes you need to create that urgency for yourself, and that's what this time bound is all about. So the next one here, the part three of this video is making your vision board an action board. Converting your vision board to an action board. Okay, so a vision board is the goals you have planned to achieve at the end of that period. Okay, let's say at the end of 2025, you're able to achieve so and so goals. Action board are the steps that you will take to achieve that goals, to achieve those goals. So that is the action board. Vision board, your vision, what you want to achieve. Yes, good and fine. Action board, the steps you are currently taking to reach that goal. Okay, so we have the first here is create deadline and starting line. Create deadline and starting line. Now you have your vision board. You have done your vision board. You have pasted it. Your vision board follows the SMART criteria or whatever criteria you want to follow. You've pasted that vision board on your wall. Good and fine. Good and fine. Which step now do you want to take? When do you want to start achieving those goals? That's the starting line. When do you plan on finishing those goals? That's the deadline. So you create starting line and deadline for each of your goals. Your goals can be plenty. It can be 10, it can be 100, it can be as many as you can. And your goals can even be one. It can be one, it can be two. It is you and your vision board. But then you have a starting line. Oh, by so day, by January, okay, let's say by January 1st to 14. Let's say you want to learn a particular skill. By January 1st to 14, I'll do my research on this particular skill I want to learn. I'll use from January 14 down. I'll use from January 14 down till March or February 28th to get the necessary resources I need for that skill. Then by March 1st, I will start the learning process. So that is you creating a time frame. And then from March 1st, I'll learn this skill for the next 6 months. So by 6 months, 6 months from March, map it out. That's the deadline. So you've created a well concise time frame for that particular skill. And you can do this across the border for everything you want. Whether you want to invest more in your relationship, you create actionable goals, actionable steps that you will take each day to achieve that goal at the end of the tenure. The next year is track your progress. Track your progress. You need to be able to track this progress. Now, on your vision board in your room or wherever you want, wherever you want to paste your vision board, you can use sticky notes. You can get sticky notes and place on each of all the visions different colors, maybe red for not started, green for completed, and yellow for in progress. So the goals you're not say working on, you use the red sticker notes to just place on them. not started. But then on that sticker note, you write the day you want to start. Not started will start February 23rd. You write it. The place, the yellow one is for in progress. The ones where you have started in January, you put it there. In progress. Then you now put the deadline where you feel like you have been able to achieve that. You put the deadline there. Then the ones that you have completed along as the year progresses, use the green sticker note. Boom, paste it there. Completed. So by the time you keep on looking at the vision board and you're getting the idea, oh, we need to get the work done, you're also seeing the ones that you have started. So that's that ones you have started and you have completed is a motivation for you to start the remaining one that you haven't touched at all. So it's also a way of motivating you. Then also link this your progress tracker to your Google Calendar. Okay, the tasks you have not started at all, the goals you have not started working on at all, but you have the time to start working on it. You add it to your Google Calendar, and then you set 1 week reminder towards that day. 1 week reminder, so 1 week to February 23rd. Your Google Calendar is will start reminding you on that goal that you want to start achieving or start working on February 23rd. So it's now reminding you every day. So it's already putting your mind in positioning your mind to, oh, this is what I need to start doing. The new tasks I will add to my collection by so day. The next one is in your vision board. Start with the most important tasks. Start with the most important vision. In your vision board, there are just like in a movie, there are main characters, there are supporting characters, and there are characters that don't even have name. You just see them in the background, and that's the end. 違いますよ。You just see them in the background, and that's the end. In your vision board, there are also visions that are like that. That you know that this one is the main thing of your on your vision board. This one is the main thing, and we have the ones that are just it's okay, just like a supporting character is there. It's not the main character, and we have the ones that is just minor, minor. So you start with that most important task on your vision board. You start with the major task on your vision board. That's the one you start with, and then you now progress till you've accomplished the rest. Then the next one here is point four: reward yourself. Have a reward system. Have a reward system where you reward yourself for either completing a goal or for being consistent, or just have a reward system. Personally for me, um I'm creating a reward system for myself, and I like ice cream more. Ice cream is my own reward system. As simple as it can be, but it's not all this cheap regular ice cream of 250 or 300. I don't know, but it's better ice cream. When you say ice cream, you're calling ice cream, and that is my own reward system. That I didn't do it this year that just ended, but I will start this reward system from January, and I have two reward days each month. Two reward days each month. But the first is no ice cream more. But the first is just for me, like I'll call it a relaxed day, where my mind will just relax that day, and I will not really bother myself to really go into the grind mode. It's like a day where I will not refresh myself, because if you work without relaxing or refreshing yourself, you start getting burnt out quickly. But when you have days where you just relax and just do things that you don't really do on those your grinding days. In fact, if you usually wake up by 4, that day you plan to wake up by 10 a.m. instead of 4 a.m. You try to just relax and let your body refresh itself. Then the next day, the next cheat day, I call them cheat day also, is the ice cream day. That one you can use it and reward yourself with something that you know you don't usually take all the time. Like I don't take ice cream all the time, but I love ice cream. And for me, ice cream are for special days. So I plan on taking 12 ice cream this year for those special days, which are my reward days. So the first one will be since it's 2 times in a month, like once every 2 weeks. So the first 2 weeks is the relaxation day where I'll just relax, and the next one that comes, which will be the last reward day for the month, will be like the ice cream, ice cream reward. So you can use that as idea and know what you reward yourself with. Something that you don't really, if it's food, something you don't really eat all the time, but you like it. Then the next one is review your progress. Now we talk about tracking your progress. Now you are reviewing your progress. And we are going to scrap annual review. Yes, we are scrapping out annual review. You don't review your progress once in a year. We scrap that thing out. So there are different ways to review your progress. You can review your progress in 2 semesters, which is once in 6 months. Every 6 months, you review your vision board. Review your vision board, review your program, review everything pertaining to your vision board for the year once in 6 months, which means you basically have 2 review days in a year. We also have the review system of reviewing your vision board in a trimester form, which is once in 4 months. You have January, February, March, April. That's the first set. And doing that, you have three review system, 3 review days in that year, which is trimester. 3 review days in the year. When you are doing February, March, April. The next one, May, June, July, August, like that. So it's three. Then we have the one reviewing your vision board every quarter. So every 3 months, you review your vision board. Every 3 months, you review your vision board. January, February, March, one quarter. April, May, June, another quarter. And doing that, we have 4 quarters in a year. So you're reviewing your vision board like that. When the reason for doing this is that when you consciously and constantly keep on reviewing your vision board, you also take note of the habits that aren't really working out for you, or the change that you need to make to really achieve that goal, and also to know if your actions are heading you towards that goals, towards those your goals. Then you need to also have a weekly routine. If you don't already have something like that, have a weekly routine. Okay, a routine that will help you reach your goal. Okay, it's from this your weekly routine that you now bring it down to a daily routine, and it will lead us to this our next point, which is a 90 days calendar. I'm reviewing my vision board every quarter, which is every 3 months. So that's why I'm using a 90 days calendar. If you're reviewing for 4 months, you can increase it, or you can follow the 90 days calendar. So in 90 days calendar, it's simply just putting the calendar, yeah, January 1st, 2nd, 3rd, like that till the 90 days. Ideally, it's be like 3 months, but some days are 30, some days are 31st, some days are like 28. What I meant is some days, some months are 30, some months are 31 days, and some months are 28 days. So you just do the calendar. And then you write each day the task you want to accomplish that day. The task you want to accomplish that day. Now, I have routine, a weekly routine, but in that 90 days calendar, there are some tasks that don't really enter the routine, but it's part of a task that will lead you towards your goal. So you write it there, January 1st, this task, this task, this task. And then you tick it off if you've accomplished it. So when you do that, by the time you are reviewing your vision board, you review it alongside with that your tracker, the one that you're ticking off. Either you can do it with your phone, or you can do it in a manual way that you just paste. You review it with it. Um you review your progress with your tracker. so that you will know if the two are actually aligning and if you are able to really tick off those goals that you have set for yourself each day because it's from the little step that we take each day that will lead us to the major goals that we want. Okay, the main point is to improve ourselves 1% each day. 1% each day. So which 1% effort are you putting in your daily routine that you that will accumulate to a great change by the end of the year? And the last one here is daily affirmation and declaration. Always learn how to speak positive things to yourself at the beginning of the day or before you sleep, or just set up a time in your day to declare good things about yourself. Affirm good words, positive words about yourself, about your goals, about your vision. Write those good things out. Keep it, you can keep it in your phone or anywhere, and once that time with you declare them. You declare them. Okay? From your mouth to God's ears. From your mouth to God's ears. And then when you declare those things, you're also rewiring your brain, positioning your brain that yes, you can really, really start achieving great things. So this is Lock in Your 2025 Goals series part 2 and also the finale. I hope you learned a lot here. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed. Like, comment, leave a comment on any of the part of the video that really inspired you, or if you have any question, you can drop it in the comment section. Then do well to share the video for more people to see. Also, just a little information. We have a little WhatsApp group. We have a little WhatsApp community where I also share more about personal development and financial development. If you're interested in joining that WhatsApp community, you can just DM the number on your screen on WhatsApp, or you can check the description. I'll see if I can attach a link here, but it's will be there. So just message and you get added to the little community. Thank you all for your time, and I hope to see you in the next series.